Roll call.
Mr. Gator.
Here.
Mr. Geller.
Here.
Mr. Flucker.
Here.
There's a quorum present.
As you wish, please stand for the invocation and the pledge. I
pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Mr. Commissioner.
Dear Lord, thank you for bringing these guys back safe from their trip. Dear Lord, thank you for all that you've done for us. Please lead us and guide us in the direction you'd like us to go. Make the best decisions that we can for the county. And it's this in your Son, Jesus Christ's name. Amen.
Consent agenda is on the board, has been published. Motion?
I'll make a motion that we approve the consent agenda.
I'll second.
Okay, any questions about anybody? Okay, all in favor, aye.
Aye.
Thank you.
Hey, I do have one question on that, Harold. I might ask Jeff on the temp for the general labors. That is for the floors, Jeff?
That's to assist with all the painting,
Mm-hmm.
and doing the floors in
Yeah.
different pods.
Were we gonna paint the floors or were we gonna?
Still back and forth on that. Maybe we're gonna paint inside the cells,
Mm-hmm.
with our maintenance crew, and then maybe contract out the day room, which is the open area.
Yeah.
We're having some labor cost. The metal bunks
Yep.
are bolted to the wall, and you can't get a machine underneath there to polish it or sand that off, so you have to lay on your stomach with a sander, so the
Yeah.
manpower hours are very, very
Yeah.
high on that. So Brian's looking at some alternatives on what we could do.
Well, I'm really glad you guys are doing that, because we used the month, like I say, the walls, we fixed the one wall out there, painted, Brian redone the ceilings, the lights, and the floors were the issue. You know, and now we're really getting, once we get the floors done, that'll really be
But once
done.
we get it done, we need to maintain it.
Maintain it.
And let's get that going
Yeah.
too. So. All right, is that all the questions on that? And have we approved it?
We did.
Okay, thank you. Permission to purchase, this is road materials.
Yeah, Commissioners, this is a purchase that is normally bid out on an annual bid at our quarries, that we purchase from our quarries, and it is the winter road control aggregate, if you will. It's a very specific size. It's 1/4 by 1/8 clean. Now, if we go any smaller than that, it balls up, it freezes up, doesn't work. If we go any larger than that, can damage windshields, and it's just not practical. So, it's ice control sand, I believe, is the name at the quarries. Well, we always get granite, not limestone, and we're limited to the different granite quarries that have granite. So, we normally get at the quarry on DD Highway. Well, as this winter progressed, they ran out, and they're not gonna make any till spring. We knew we were gonna need some for this, to get us through the remainder of winter, which more specifically the storm today and tomorrow. So we reached out to a quarry in St. Francis County, but they failed to submit a bid last year as an annual bidder, but they were the only place that we could get it. All the other quarries were out. We couldn't get any till spring. So we made this purchase with this quarry. Even though they were not on the annual bid list, they will be next year, because we made it a point to send them our bid information so that they would bid. But it's New Frontier Materials, and it was a purchase of $26,529.28. Now, this is well over competitive bid, but no one else had it, and you could class this as an emergency, as we had to have it.
That's why you're gonna have to do.
Yes,
What quantity are we talking about?
2,000 ton.
Okay.
Now,
They have it ready to go.
yes.
Okay.
Well, so, the price that we were paying at the quarry, south of Farmington, was $12.50 a ton. Their scale price at this quarry is $35 a ton, but we worked out a deal, myself and Justin Jones, the foreman, went down and talked to them, and we was able to acquire it at $13.50 a ton.
Okay.
But we had to have it.
Let's save a ton.
Yes.
Yeah. So, anyway, so that's where we were. So, in order to keep the purchasing policy in place, I guess we need an emergency letter, because we could deem this as an emergency.
We'll just pass an emergency and we won't have to write the letter. So
Right.
I make a motion that we give permission to purchase from New Frontier for emergency purposes the winter patrol supplies at $26,529, and that's for 200 ton of
2,000.
2,000 tons, sorry, of this mixture.
Approximately 2,000.
Okay, second.
I'll second that. Clay, did we run out?
No, but we were close.
Normally, what we purchase gets through, we just had,
It does, we just, you know, every winter's different, and we've had to use quite a bit here in the last few storms. And, we just didn't wanna take a chance of running out. So this shored up our stockpiles and should get us through the winter. We shouldn't have to purchase any more this year. Hopefully not.
The reason granite is prepared over limestone, the darker color, the drivers can see it on the road. And secondly, there's some amount of solar gain to help melt the materials under it. So those are the two primary reasons for going to granite.
That is a very primary reason, and another is that the limestone just turns to powder in no time.
Yeah.
The granite will last.
All right, motion, did I get a motion? Okay, any questions, anything? Okay, all in favor?
Aye.
Thank you, thank you.
can't
Clay.
use the check, I'm saying.
Not any, too much lead in it.
Yeah, but it falls down quicker that way.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, this is, cleaning up our residential trails, recreational trails program, just doing some final paperwork on it. Motion?
All right, make a motion that we approve the project resolution for the RTP through MO DNR.
Okay.
I'll second that.
Any, Bridget, you wanna add anything to it, or? That's enough, information for you, huh? Anybody else need anything? Okay, all in favor of approving this resolution? Go slowly, because I've only got like one more item on the agenda. Okay, okay, all in favor, aye.
Aye.
Okay, same topic, different direction. And just another letter we need to approve over that same grant, same program. Motion?
I'll make a motion that we approve the financial assurance letter for the RTP through Missouri DNR.
I'll second, and that's just so we know we have our part correct. This one's-
Mike, you've been working on that, haven't you?
Yeah, it's just saying that we're gonna have the park open for 25 years and that we have the money to pay the match money for the grant.
It's forms that I have to sign, I can't sign until it's approved, so.
Right.
Okay, okay, motion, did I get, yeah, I got the motions, any questions? All in favor, aye?
Aye.
I warned you, I'm out of meeting. Okay, next, here we are next week, hopefully they'll get the snow up over this.
No holidays during that much time?
Only 3 or 4.
Jeez.
Other business correspondence? Public comments, departmental reports, gotcha. Nope. What?
Presort, the Presort call Taylor did, they'll pick up today at 11, but they will not be picking up tomorrow due to the weather.
Yeah.
So if you have anything that needs to go out, it'll be out by 11 today.
She told us that she uses her good judgment on when she's gonna drive from here to Cape. So,
I don't blame her.
yeah, okay, there's the guardrails. You wanna say anything about it, Clay, or?
Well, it is finished, installed, and we just have a few little final touch-ups to do on it. But other than that, the guardrail is in and installed. Our guys did it.
Patching the potholes and different things. yeah.
Just dressing it up. Yeah.
Okay.
But it's up and
I hope there's no
a much safer thoroughfare.
And that's the south side, we don't have a picture of the north side yet.
Okay.
But they
Right.
did get it, it is up.
It's all in. It looks great.
All right.
They did a
Clay,
great job.
if you would, we talked this morning, maybe address a little on potholes, what we're waiting for.
Yes,
what we're gonna do, because we've been getting calls on it.
We have an extensive pothole list right now. The problem is
Do those
during-
potholes call that in, or how do they work that?
people
Yeah.
call in.
No, you said.
Believe me, they call in.
Okay.
But I just like to let the public know to be patient. For one thing, all the asphalt plants are closed for the winter. And it's almost impossible to get asphalt. But when there's snow and rain and winter weather, it's almost impossible to fill these potholes.
Mhm.
As soon as we get a little break in the weather, we will acquire some asphalt from out of the county, which we can do at a substantially higher cost. It's almost triple the cost. But it's the only place we can get it fastest, and as soon as the weather allows us to go get some of that just for potholes only, we will address these potholes. We
That's
know
cold?
about them.
Cold mix?
It's actually, the name of it is Easy Street, is the name of this asphalt. It is a cold material that they mix up and will stay pliable for a week. So if we get a load of it, we can use a little here, it won't set up.
Kinda like the bags you buy.
Kinda, yeah, similar to the bags, but it is in bulk. It's almost triple the cost of what we normally pay for cold mix, but we can't get any right now. So this will get us through, to fill these potholes as soon as weather will allow. Now, we can't go fill them today.
Well, if they got water in them, you can't.
That too, and,
And you may have something to do today, I don't know.
well, we're a little tied up right now, so. But as soon as we just get a little break in the weather, we will fill these potholes. We are aware of them, we've got a running list going, and, we'll take care of it.
Thank you.
Maybe another week or so.
Okay. Sheriff's report. Come on up, Jeff.
Be pretty quick. So just to let you know, our weekly inmate population is at 133. You're starting to see an increase. We're actively working on old warrants and getting warrants served, so you'll see those numbers start to rise. Of those, 117 are male and 16 are female. We're currently working on the jail, like Commissioner Buckley said. We've got one tank almost done, other than the flooring. So we've got some part-time maintenance workers that are assisting the normal maintenance crew because it's such a large project, and we'll be working on a new tank here shortly. We're conducting interviews this week for 2 road deputy positions. We should have a name probably selected by Wednesday. It's tomorrow, isn't it? I'm thrown off with the holiday. But Wednesday, we should have a couple names for that. Also, with the weather, we've only responded to 2 motor vehicle accidents so far. So right now, everything's good. I know the roads are pretty good shape right now, but that weather is coming. So we ask everybody, if they don't have to get out, please don't get out.
Sheriff will have trucks out all night if you guys would need assistance.
Tell those
Get over this.
crooks to stay home during the weather.
That's right. No problems.
Sheriff, I do have a question on the jail. I know whether you're over or under, sometimes you're over a population, but what would be considered the maximum population at the jail?
I believe we can hold, well, we have 194 bed space. Now,
Just curious.
that's beds. And we can double bunk, put some more in there. I think at one time, it might have been, Scott, you might be able to help me with this, 300.
If it was, I wasn't involved in that number, but I know we've been definitely over 250, somewhere in there is roughly, I know where we've been at.
So we can hold quite a few. I do know that some of those numbers, we are assisting another agency that is currently remodeling their jail. So we took a couple of their inmates to, and in turn, we're gonna probably send some when we get to some of our larger tanks.
Thank you.
How much does the state reimburse? Or do they reimburse for all of our detainees? or
It's a
just
per
the-
diem.
I'd have to look that number back up because I wanna say it, and I can't say. 'Cause
They
I'll-
just raised it fairly recently. They finally got caught up with their payments.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not what you'd think it would be. It's pretty low. But I don't have that number on the top of my head. I'd have to look that back up.
Okay.
Thanks, Jeff.
Thank you, Jeff. Any other departmental reports?
Just give you, we start voting next Tuesday. This morning I was out rounding up the 2 agencies that every school, city has issued things on the ballot. This is their time. And then you have things like ambulance, district and things. So a couple of them weren't ready. We have to have those in today. And with the snow, we were worried about, we then have to transmit that to our printer, have it printed in the next couple days, overnighted back so that we have the ballots on Tuesday morning. So that's why it was that's what we physically had to go to a couple of places today to say either approve it or we're going to assume you're approving it by your silence because we have to send the sample ballot to get it printed. And we should be ready for absentees next Tuesday morning at 8 o'clock at our office.
Any other departmental reports?
Make a motion, we adjourn.
Second.
All in favor, aye?
Aye.